Hey guys, it's Doug here. So I don't know if you noticed, I put a post out on my Facebook and Twitter. I don't think too many people follow me on Instagram, which is fine. And I did ask if you guys wanted to sort of find out what's been happening or what's been going on. I guess specifically in the last 4 years. I guess I've kind of been a little bit dormant and quiet, and there's been lots of stuff happening. Otherwise, I'd still be posting the videos. Some good, some bad. But for the reach that I currently have, with the amount of comments that I've got, pretty much everybody saying, yes, let us know what's going on now. Where have you been? Haven't seen you around for a long time. So I have myself a quick little list on a envelope. So if we look, this is going to be a fairly long video. It's fairly low budget. I've got my computer off because the fans are noisy. I've only got a normal ceiling light, and it's currently blocked by some weird designs. So hence why I'm shiny here and not shiny here. It's not because I've got more hair over here. It's you know, this is just getting old, whatever, right? So I can deal with the going bald part. That's nothing that's been going, all of a sudden, surprise. So have you noticed there's one of my daughter's shoes right there? But anyway, all right, so go back about 4 years, and I'm just gonna take this whole thing, one, for speed reasons, two, I think jump cuts might try and take away some of the sincerity. But yeah, so I'm going to try and just brush over them fairly quickly. And, feel free to ask comments below, message me on Facebook and that kind of stuff, and I'll gladly answer any questions. So links to the socials down below. Okay, America. Pretty much the last trip I went to the States, I started to become a little bit more dormant on my on my socials and the social medias and the YouTube, because I was actually helping Team Crafted do their thing, and it was consuming a lot of time. Hindsight tells me, I should have been doing that extra. As The Rock says, you got to be the hardest worker in the room. So I should have been vlogging more. I should have, been putting them in videos, tagging. Hindsight's a bitch. But essentially, most of my time I was recording videos or making videos. I think in 3 days, I made roughly 20, 21, 22 videos. And through that, they had most of the people in the group had said, yeah, look, everybody else is like, not everybody else, but a lot of the people, just take the money and don't do a lot of work and blah, blah, blah. We're going to get you to come back to America, because my flight was about a week away. So, they said, we'll bring you back in, we'll plug your channel, you keep working on the Team Crafted channel, doing, the vlogs and events and blah, blah, blah. So for whatever reason, and I have my reasons, but they're not to be aired out because I have no proof and whatever, I ended up coming back here to Australia. I quit my job and also shut down a little company I had, IT, working for some local businesses, and one called Hertz, and so that wasn't going too bad. So after not hearing back from them for I think it was a couple of weeks, I get a call from George from FiveM, and at the time, and I still think, he was in the Philippines, and he was like, I like seeing what you did there. So that was my second last trip to America. I was with Team Crafted, and then the last one, it was the League of Legends house. Nerf Mine was there. Some of you guys might remember him. He's an awesome dude. I was watching one of his streams today. He's programmed just a little game in 2 days. I think it was 3 days, 72 hours. Well, anyway, so the last trip was the League of Legends house, and that didn't end too well for me. Some scary shit happened. But anyway, I'm okay. I ended up losing a little weight, so it wasn't all bad. I come back from there a week or two later. George from FiveM says, "Why don't you come work for me?" I was in a similar situation, talking to cameras and stuff and videos in my bedroom, and I'm like, "I'm down for another adventure. Let's go," you know. And he's like, "I want you to stay for 6 months." I'm like, "Oh, you know, that seems like a lot to commit to." I ended up staying there for 3 years. Now, for about the first year, I would say I didn't even have a computer or anything in my condo there. So making content, whereas it not impossible, was very difficult. I did have access to use the work computers, but just not going, going back to the office to do personal stuff just felt like more work. And, I was just having some fun meeting the new friends that I made from work, and then eventually some outside of the job and that kind of stuff. And I did also meet my wife there. We've known about 3.5 years, coming into the 4th year. I think it's August, September, somewhere around there. So we ended up having a baby over there. We went back to her parents' province. We had Taylor. Everything went fairly well. There's sort of no real major complaints there. The hospital was a bit grubby, but the ends justifies the means on that one. That's what I told myself anyway. So Taylor's was born fine, no problems. And not long after that, I think it was about 4 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, just maybe 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, we then make the trip back to Sydney. Myself, my then fiance, and Taylor. This is kind of not yet, but this is kind of like the start where things sort of go downhill. Me and the wife were doing fine. There's nothing wrong there. So we come back to Sydney, and I start showing around a little bit. Not everywhere, obviously, but we go and visit some of the local attractions. We go see the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. We took a friend back out there. I took Pam to the Blue Mountains. I've taken her to the Blowhole at Kiama. Again, I said, look, the Blowhole and the Blue Mountains, they're cool. You go there, they're very awesome to see for 20 minutes to an hour, and you're like, okay, I'm done, let's go home. So I still think that. But it was a nice little day trip for both of those. So we then end up getting married, and we got married sort of right underneath the Harbour Bridge. It was a beautiful day, beautiful day. I might see if I can sneak some pictures just over the top here, but we'll see. And yeah, so from here, things sort of start to go downhill. Getting a visa for at least a Filipino to live here underneath a partner visa is not cheap. It's about 7,000 and some change. And I'm also using an agent, which is about 2,000, and I think he's worth every cent of it. And he got the visa for my wife, and normally there's a whole bunch of interview processes that a Filipino needs to have, and it just seems like a very gross kind of sort of situation to get a visa to visit another country. And so he handled all the tourist visas, and just everything went flawless. I thought I'd spent this money on a thing, and I had my paperwork, and I'm trying to show it to everybody, any of the guards or the federal cops. I can't. What are they? The feds, whoever it is, checking the passports and that. And nobody ever wanted to look at it. So I don't know what happened, but there was no problems going through any of the check gates, and again, I can't remember what it's called. TSA. Anyway, the people that check your bloody passports. The job I had then, I liked the job. The pay was pretty shit, and we were sort of just scraping by, but through not earning enough, dare I say that the devil words of credit and visas come into play. And in the scheme of things, I'm not in a lot of debt. I do have a new job now. I work for the NBN. No, I can't make your stuff go faster, and you know, I don't have access to anything. I'm part of the team fixing it. So hopefully that's why you've noticed why NBN's getting better and faster. I think it's just my whole team really, because since we started, it actually started bell curving back up. So the visas for Pam and Taylor, we're looking at about 9,000 for that, plus flights. The other thing is that she's also now 4 months pregnant. And I've got to get her back before that is a thing. And to be honest, I'm kind of struggling, just sort of chasing my ass, and I have something in plan that it wasn't this video. I do have something in plan to try and get that back, but it's the way things are going at the moment. You know, I even had Centrelink call me back from 2011 and 2012 saying that I owe them money from, you know, when I was on Centrelink for a little while there, and you know, I reported everything properly, so I didn't get in trouble. I was very, very conscious about that. Just all these bills coming out of nowhere, and I'm not able to save any money at the moment. So I know I want to be making more content and streaming and more YouTube videos, but I'm not in a place where I can sort of be happy and entertaining very often and very regularly. This last sort of week has been pretty harder than normal. I'm starting to get like anxiety and panic attacks. And I have been talking to people. I'm not just like keeping it secret and just sort of letting it all out in a fucking YouTube video. I do talk to people, and they've been helping immensely. If I haven't spoken to you, it's not because I don't trust you. It's probably just because you're not there at the time. I've got somebody else right in the face. I have started streaming though. You can check that out. Everything's Sattatv. So like twitch.tv/Sattatv. I did get a sub button, and I've slowly, and I'm not asking, but I think it's more just funny that my donation goal is like 10 grand. Which would solve one problem. That would allow me to fly over there, pick them up, and fly back. Being 4 months pregnant and having a near 2-year-old, Taylor's sort of, I think she's starting early into the terrible twos, because yeah. Yesterday I was on a video call with her, and Taylor ended up sticking her fingers in a fan. She's cut them all up. I won't put a photo of it. And but yeah, the sense of helplessness of not being able to do anything. You know, give her a cuddle. You know, put her fingers in ice. You know, put ice in a bag with some water and, you know, numb the pain, give her a hug, help Pam out. Sorry guys. I didn't even check to see if the audio is going to record. So everything just right now just feels like the world's against me right now. I like to think I'm a pretty tough kind of character. I haven't had it easy. There was, you know, some good things about this second last trip, and maybe the last trip to the States was I got to meet Post Malone. Austin was his name before he was famous. And every time I watch a video of an interview and hear him talk about that, he was broke, flat broke when he moved to LA. I was with his friend Minecraft Universe, Jason, and he's not lying. It was at one point myself and a friend of mine, Mike. We were buying Austin's Post Malone packets of cigarettes because he couldn't afford it. You know, Q about a year later, I think he drops the White Iverson and you know, starts on all right. And so it's not all bad. You know, I got married, a beautiful wife, beautiful kid, have another one on the way. That's handy. Thanks, Hungry Jacks. So, well, 20 minutes, almost 20 minutes. I'll show you something. It's there somewhere. It's going to be backwards. But it says donations. I made a promise years and years and years and years ago, early on in this channel, that I said I would never ask, beg, whatever for donations. And I'm not going to put a link in the description for that. What would mean the most would be, you know, when I get a video up, like, share, comment, you know, tell your friends. If you see me online, come in and say hello. Actually, the comments I got on the Facebook Sattatv page today, I think there's only about 5 or 6, but you know, it made me like, I'm not bullshitting. It made me like, you know, happy that, you know, there are still people out there sort of that'll see something and you know, give a shit. Whether you're going to watch 18 to 20 minutes of a video, that's fine. And I'm sorry for the sniffing. I actually didn't think I was going to cry in this video. I wrote the list out, no problems, but I don't know what else to do. I stream as often as I can. I am creating a store where I can sell like custom-made phone cases, wallets, men's wallets, watches. So I'm working on that. That'll take that'll probably take another week. I need to get some more designs up there. I've only got 2 at the moment, and one I'm not sure about. But I've taken up too much of your time already. Yeah, means a lot if you made it this far, and I don't expect anybody to. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being around for this long. I do want to keep going. I do want to make more YouTube videos. I do want to live stream more. But I don't think anybody's going to watch if I'm just a blubbering mess. Plus, I fucking suck. 4 years without playing games. I've just lost any skill that I had. Fucking suck. I think my buddy Hayden, he maybe stopped playing with me because we're always losing. But it's not all negative in my head. I make jokes and still have some fun. And but yeah. Alright, this is getting awkward. I'm going to sign off. Thank you very much for sticking with me for this long. And you know, we'll keep going. We'll keep pushing. Let's see what we can do. I love you guys. Bye.